Okay, hashtag 50 Shades of Grey. All right, we're at the hour and 55 minutes. It's only another whatever. It's only another 10 minutes or so. So I just gotta go ahead and finish it. Okay, so this was from like the hour 45 to like the hour 55 minute mark. So, yeah, this back half really is it's really just like confusing, convoluted, messy. It's just a hobgobble, whatever the word, whatever doesn't word is. It's just mashup. It's just putting stuff together. Stuff is just happening, and it ain't really like cohesive, like story plot, none of that stuff. So, and it's very like simple, and like it, like yeah, I know he tried to like talk to her about how he grew up and this and the third, why she was sleep. Yeah, it don't really like conceptually like if there's like mind and mental ways to like kind of like push certain things, boundaries or concepts, whatever. Like it don't what you call it. Anyway, I'm not gonna say it's super superficial, but it's kind of like it's kind of surface level in some regards, in some instances. But it does let you give you insight to a certain whatever. Anyway, from okay, he comes to the her mom, Anastasia, and her mom are having drinks. Okay, he pops up. Mind you, this is in Georgia. He flew way in from Seattle just to whatchamacallit. And how does he find her at this restaurant? Who knows? Like, how does he know that she's at this exact restaurant with her mom? Whatever. So there's that. So he pulls up. Then her mom was like, oh well, I'll just let you two whatchamacallit. Um, then oh she's like, I'm gonna step outside. He uh he sits down with her, and then she's like, how was dinner with Mrs. Robinson, this and that, third. He was like, yeah, it was cool. And then he was like, that's a friend, somebody I can confide in, this and that, third. She can give advice. He was like, well, what did she tell you? He's like, well, you see, I'm here, right? And then they end up going on another plane ride. Like this is what I say, it's like kind of like random. Like this back half part, like what's happening from here to there to the next, and like their issues are just so simple. Like it reminds you of just some like these are the type like, bro, these are the type of just like when it happens in a relationship, it just like you like, bro, this is what you want to be mad about. This is what you want to argue about. Like these everything's just like simple and just like basic. Um, as far as like what they getting mad about and issues and whatnot. So, um, well, I understand the one thing about him seeing the one lady and especially like that history there, but I can understand that. Okay, she goes. So yeah, he pops up on them at the witch quiet. He's talking to her. And she asks about the whole little whatever, and he's like, "Well, I'm here, and it's not there." He's like, "All right, it's a prize for you." They go into another little plane ride. Like this is their second plane ride. It's like random, but the plane is different. It's like a slim plane. I don't get it. I don't know what's supposed to go on with this. They go on a whole nother plane. Oh my gosh, this was great. This was awesome. And then as soon as they get off the plane ride, she's like, he's like, oh, I got a call. He gets a call, and then he's like, oh, I gotta go. And so she's like, oh, okay, like what? And so as soon as they get off the plane thing, he gets a call. He's like, I gotta go back. So he goes back, and then she talks to her mom, and her mom's like, I wish I would have got more chance to meet him and talk to him and this and that, da, 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 whoa, whoa. Um, this is what I'm saying. Like this stuff is like it's like just this is not poorly. This back part is not poorly done well. Um, then so she flies back. He flies back first, and then she flies back. Now, when she flies back, his driver Taylor or whatever, one of them, he is waiting for her at the airport. Meets her, picks her up. She goes back to his place. Um, he gets off the phone. He was having some conversation. Whoever he's supposed to be running his business. So these are other little like mental pitfalls. I don't know if it came from the book or it's just like just not picked up on in the movie, but these are other little mental pitfalls. Like he doesn't. It's I don't. As far as like he's supposed to be running his company. I don't know what company he has. I don't know what his company. It's called Gray's House. I don't know what his business does. He's having a he has this conversation. She walks in. He's having some type of argument on the phone with somebody, and then she's like, "Who is that?" And he was like, "It's none of your concern. Nothing that concerns you." And she's like, "You want me to go? I can leave." And then he's like, "That's the last thing I want," or whatever. And then whatever. And then he's like, "I want you in the playroom in the next 15 minutes." So I was like, "Okay." So then I was wait I was what I wanted to see her again in that kneeling position, like I wanted her to be in that kneeling position where her hair braided, pulled back, and then kneeling with waiting for him with her hands on her thigh. I wanted to see that position again. I wanted her to do that again one more time. Um, so then it goes to that room or whatever, but then he uses the cable ties um, and for everything, like her arms and her legs. So he uses the cable ties on her this time. And then he comes back through with some little whatever that I don't know the name for this stuff, but he moves that around, and then he has a feather, just playing with the sensations and whatnot. And then but there's not much with that scene. Either way, she gets up again, and this time again he's playing the piano, and so then they have another little argument about why won't you let me in? Why won't you let me touch you? Like she complained about the same shit, bro. It's been a whole movie complaining about this shit. So she complained about the same stuff over again, and let me in. Just talk to me about this. Why do you want to hurt me? Why does it have to be this way? Da, da, da. He's like, you wouldn't understand. Da, 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 boom. And then so then she asked for it. She was like, well, show me the worst it's going to get or whatever. He takes a belt. I'm like, oh, okay. Like he takes a belt and he's like, count. And so, whoopsh, one Teletubby, whoopsh, two Teletubby. Nah, she don't say Teletubby part, but she counts. It's only supposed to be six. However, after the six, she's like, basically before her begging, she was like, well, she kind of like asked and begged for this next little part. She was like, I want the only way I'm going to be able to understand is if show me what it's supposed to be. Show me what the worst is going to be like. Show me how there's and third, boom, boom, and that's the only way I'm going to be able to understand. I gotta whatever you say here. Since you can't use your words and explain it to me, then show me what the worst is going to be like. He's like, count. Whoopsh. So she counted. He's like, I'm gonna give you six. Give her six. However, usually once he finishes doing a little this and the third, you know what I'm saying, to get it in. But this time after the six, she's like, don't touch me. Don't touch me. And so she's standing there like, nah. But for real. She's standing there. And so she's like, she told him what you got, but she's like, don't touch me this time third. This is what you wanted to see? You wanted me like this? This what you wanted to see? So she's going through that whole little, action motion. So yeah. It's like 10 minutes left, bro. It's like 10 minutes left. I am going to say, and I'm not sure, they just been throwing a little bit here and there and it's not there. She ain't throw the neck not one time in this movie. That is a huge, major red flag for me. Then now there are two more movies but I don't know why you ain't just that. It was clear and easy to throw that in there. That could have been that would have put before when he said meet me in the playroom in the 15 minutes. It could have been happening right there. I told you that's what I wanted to see right there. I wanted to see her on her knees, kneeling, hands on her thighs, hair braided, waiting for him. He could have just been like, right now. You know? They could just throw that in there like, It could have been a nice little subtle added touch. But the rest of this still ain't making nothing no type of sense. So, okay, so she asked for the, whatchamacallit, he uses a belt. I'm pretty sure he could have used some other stuff and it would have got way worser because he had that little cat of nine tails type of thing. And I'm like, but he uses a belt. And you know what I'm trying, yeah, that was that. So, I feel like it could have definitely been worse. I feel like that for sure.